Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending today's professional meeting. The purpose of our meeting is to evaluate another group's pitching video on healthy lifestyle and workplace wellness. In this evaluation, I will focus on the problem, the proposed solution, its strengths, its weakness, and its feasibility. The video addresses a relevant workplace issue. Many employees are working long hours, facing heavy workloads, and struggling to maintain a healthy work-life balance. This issue is important because employee wellness is closely related to productivity, motivation, and organization stability. When employees are overworked, they may lose focus, feel stressed, and experience burnout. And we'll begin by evaluating the first solution, which is flexible working hours. The program is identified by the speaker is that employees are working hard, but not essentially smart. Many employees work more than 10 hours a day. However, long working hours does not always lead to better solutions. Instead, excessive working hours may reduce concentration, decision-making ability, and overall efficiency. The solution proposed is a counter working hours model. Under this model, all employees must be present from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for meeting and collaboration. However, employees can choose to start as early as 8 a.m. and leave as late as 8 p.m. based on their working style and engine level. The most compelling aspect of this solution is that it focuses on the results rather than working hours. It is useful because different employees have different productive time. Some may work better in the morning, while others may work better later in the day. Another strong point is that this solution is low cost. It does not require expensive equipment. It mainly requires clear rulers, trust, and good communication. Despite its strengths, this solution also have limitations. One major drawback is that flexible schedules may cause communication problem. Also, that all jobs are suitable for flexible working hours, especially jobs that require fixed service hours. Therefore, my evaluate is that flexible working hours are useful and meaningful, but they should not stand alone. The solution can be realistically implemented if the company sets clear corner hours and use platform-based evaluation. Okay, thank you. And now invite member to evaluate the workplace boundary program.
Thank you, Chairperson. I will evaluate the second solution, which is the workplace boundary program. I will discuss the problem, the proposed solution, its strengths, its weaknesses, and whether it can be realistically implemented. The problem identified in this part of the video is that employees are often expected to stay connected even after working hours. They may need to reply to messages at night, answer the emails during weekends, or commit overtime tasks. Because of this, many employees cannot fully switch off from work. This problem is serious because the poor work-life balance has become a normal part of modern workplace culture. When employees are constantly connected to work, they may experience chronic stress, anxiety, and burnout. This does not only affect their mental health, it also affects their motivation, concentration, and ability to perform well at work. The proposed solution includes three main actions. First, companies should introduce a no after-hour, no urgent message policy. This means employees should not be expected to reply to non-urgent work message after official working hours. Second, companies should organize the monthly stress management workshops. These workshops can help employees learn how to manage pressure, control stress, and build healthier coping strategies. Third, companies should provide free access to basic mental health resources. This may include counseling, information, employee assistance programs, mental health support platforms, or simple guidance materials. The most compelling aspect of this solution is that it directly addresses mental health. Many workplace wellness problems begin when employees cannot separate work time from personal time. A clear boundary policy can help employees rest properly after work and recover mentally. Another strength is that this solution can improve workplace culture. If managers respect employees' personal time, employees may feel more valued and less pressured. This can increase job satisfaction and reduce burnout. This significance of workplace boundaries cannot be overlooked because rest is not a waste of time. Rest is necessary for long-term productivity. Employees who have enough time to recover are more likely to return to work with better focus and energy. However, despite its strengths, this solution also has limitation. One major drawback is that it may be difficult to apply in urgent situations. Some industries require faster communication, especially customer services, healthcare, logistics, and intermination businesses. In these cases, a total ban on after-hours communication may not be realistic. Another weakness is that the policy may exist only one on paper if messengers do not follow it. For example, if messengers continue to send messages late at night, employees may still feel pressured to reply, even if the company says the message is not urgent. A future elimination is that monthly stress management workshops may not be enough. Stress is a daily issue, so one workshop per month may have limited impact of if the workplace culture remains stressful. Therefore, my evaluation is that the workplace boundary program is realistic and valuable, but it requires clear implementation. Companies should clearly define what countries as urgent and non-urgent communication. Managers should also lead by example by avoiding unnecessary message after working hours. In conclusion, this solution is important because it protects employees' mental health and personal time. However, it should be combined with workload management and leadership support. Without these supporting factors, employees may still feel pressured even if the policy exists. Thank you. I now pass the discussion to member 3, who will evaluate the physical health support plan.
Thank you, member two. I will evaluate the third solution, which is the physical health support plan. The problem highlighted in this part of the video is that many employees spend long hours sitting at their desk. They may sit for 8 to 10 hours without moving, skip meals because of work pressure, and sleep less because they have too many tasks to complete. This lifestyle is unhealthy and can create long-term health problems. The speaker also points out that many companies care more about finishing work than protecting employees' physical health. This is a serious concern because employers are human beings, not machines. If their physical health is not, they may become tired, weak, and less productive. The proposed solution includes their three main actions. First, employees should have short movement breaks during working hours. These breaks allow them to stand up, stretch, walk around, and reduce physical tiredness. Second, companies can provide a call to fitness facilities or simple exercise areas. This doesn't necessarily mean building a large gym. A small exercise corner to or a simple stretching space can also be helpful. Third, companies can organize daily or weekly physical activities such as working colleges, short group exercise, or simple wellness activities. The strongest part of this solution is that it's simple and easy to understand. Physical health is a physical part of workplace wellness. If employees sit for too long, they may experience back pain, neck pain, trainers, weight and another health problem. Short movement breaks can help reduce these risks. Another stress is that this solution can improve employees in energy levels when employees move their bodies, blood circulation improve, and they may feel more awake and refreshed. This can help them return to work with better concentration. These significations of physical health support cannot be overlooked because physical trainers can also affect mental well-being. When employees feel physically exhausted, they may become more stressed, less patient, and less motivated. However, despite its stress, this approach is undermined by several colleges. One major drawback is that some employers may not practice support. They may feel shy to be there or not interested in exercise activities. Another weakness is that some companies may not have enough space or budget to provide fitness facilities. Small companies in particular may find it difficult to offer access rooms or wellness programs. A future limitation is the movement break may not solve the deeper deeper problem if employers still have excessive workload. If employers feel pressure to finish many tasks, they may skip breaks even when the company encourages them to move. Therefore, my evaluation is that the physical health support plan is practical, but it should be integrated into the work schedule. For example, companies can set fixed short movement breaks encourage team-based participation, and make physical health activities simple and optional instead of stressful. In conclusion, this solution is useful because it improve employees' physical health and encourage. However, it should not depend only on individual motivation. The company must create a spirit culture where taking care of physical health is accepted and encouraged. Thank you. And invited member for to evaluate the workload management system.
Okay, thank you for member 3. I will elevate the fourth solution, which is the workload management systems. The problem identified in this part of the videos is that many employees are required to work long hours and handle heavy work days. As a result, they often struggle to maintain a healthy work-life balance. The problem is especially common in the competitive industry where the pressure is high. From an organization, work-life imbalance can lead to the serious problems. First, it reduces the employee productivity and work performance because the employees are less focused on the more likely to make the mistakes. Second, companies may experience high employee because the employees may choose too heavy when they feel overworked and stressed. Third, the creative stress, the cost for the companies, including the requirements, training, and the time spent hiring new staff. The proposed solution is to implement the workload management system. The system helps the company distribute tasks more fairly among employees. It also allows managers to maintain the working hours, track the deadlines, and adjust worklines when necessary. For example, companies can use the simple digital task management tools to assign the tasks, check deadlines, and more progress. These tools can help the managers see who has too much work and who may be able to support other tasks. Another strength is that the solution benefits both the employees and the organization. Employees may experience the less stress, while the companies can improve the productivity, teamwork, and stability. This makes the solution more balanced and proactive. The significance of the workload management cannot be overlooked because the wellness programs may feel it worth the unreachable. For example, even if a company of officer offer the exact breaks of the mental health workshops, employees will still feel the stress if they do not given too many tasks. Overall, the disposed of the strengths, the solution also has the limitations. One major drawback is the workload management systems. Requires strong leadership. If managers do not update tasks properly or ignore employees' actual workload, the system will not vary work activity. Therefore, my issue is that the workload management system is one of the strongest solution because it deals directly with work pressure. However, it must be used fairly and transparently. The purpose should be to support the employees, not pressure them more. In conclusion, this solution is the practical and important for a long-term organizational success. It can reduce the burnout, improve the activity, and create a more stable working environment. However, it should be combined flex working hours and the workplace friendly process in more activities. Thank you. I now pass the discussion to member 5, who will evaluate the mandatory batch place and present the final recommendation.
Thank you, member 4. I will evaluate the fifth solution, which is the mandatory break policy. After that,
I will present a possible combined strategy for our group. The problem discussed in this part of the video is that many employees continue work even after they leave the office. With smartphones and laptops, employees are constantly constrained to emails, messages, and tasks. This means that even during personal time, work continue to demand their attention. This situation created a serious work-life balance problem. When work take over personal life, employees may spend less time with family and friends. Over time, this can create feeling of loneliness, emotional distance, and lower quality of life. It can also affect mental health, happiness, and personal relationships. The proposal solution is mandatory break policy. This policy requires employees to take regular fixed breaks during the workday. It encourages them to step away from their screens, pass their tasks, and give their mind and bodies time to rest. The strongest point of this solution is that it makes rest a normal part of the workday. In many places, employees skip breaks because they feel guilty or pressured by heavy workloads. A mandatory break policy can reduce this pressure because everyone is expected to take breaks. Another strength is that this solution is easy to implement. Companies do not need expensive equipment. They only need to set clear break times and encourage employees to follow them. The significance of the solution cannot be overlooked because short break can help employees recharge. When employees are more rested, they may become more focused, creative, and satisfied with their job. However, despite its strengths, this solution also has weakness. One major drawback is that mandatory breaks may be difficult during very busy period. For example, if a deadline is approaching, employees may feel that they do not have time to take a break. Another limitation is that employees may take a break physically but not mentally. For example, they may leave their desk but continue checking work message on their phones. In this case, the break does not fully help them rest. A further weakness is that breaks alone cannot solve deeper work problems. If employees still have heavy workloads, poor management, and after-hour pressure, short break may only provide temporary relief. Therefore, my evaluation is that the mandatory break policy is useful, but it should be combined with other solutions. It works best when employees also have reasonable workloads, clear after hours boundaries, and healthier workplace culture. Based on all the evaluation today, I propose that our final recommendation should be a combined strategy. I would call this healthier workplace wellness framework. This framework should include 5 levels. First, companies should introduce flexible working hours to help employees working during their most productive period. Second, companies should create workplace boundaries by limiting non-urgent after-hours messages. Third, companies should support physical health through moment breaks, fitness exercise, and wellness activities. Fourth, companies should use work-load management systems to describe tasks more fairly. The last one, companies should implement mandatory break policies to protect impact employees' rest time during the workday. This combined approach is stronger than a single solution because workplace wellness is a complex issue. It involves time management, workload fairness, mental health, physical health, and personal relationships. Therefore, one solution alone cannot solve the whole problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, all members. We have now evaluated our 5 proposed solutions. From the pitching video, the key question is whether we should choose the one best solution or recommend a combination of solutions. I would like each member to give a final opinion.
From my perspective, combination is necessary. The workplace boundary program is important because the employees need time to disconnect from work after office hours. However, these solutions will not be enough if employees still have too much work during the day. Therefore, it should be supported by workload management.
I agree. Physical health support is also important, especially for employees who sit for long hours. However, excess break alone can also mental stress or heavy workload. It should be part of a wider wellness framework.
I also agree. In my opinion, workload management should be one of the core solutions, but still are not disrupt fairly. Employees will continue to feel the stress even if they have the flexible working hours or short breaks. Workload feels necessary for the other solution to success.
I agree with that. The mandatory break policy can help employees rise, but it should not stand alone. It should be supported by flexible hours, after hours boundaries, physical health programs, and workload control. This solution work better together.
Okay, that is a fine conclusion. Therefore, can we agree that our final decision is to implement the healthy workplace wellness framework, with workload management as a foundation, supported by flexible working hours, working place boundaries, physical health support, and monetary breaks?
Yes, we agree.
Yeah, very good.
Okay. Okay, then our group decision is clear. We will not recommend only one single solution. We will recommend a combined workplace wellness framework. This approach is realistically because it can be employed in practice. First, companies can begin with clear communication rules and fixed break times. These are low cost and easy to include. Second, companies can introduce flexible working hours for suitable departments. It can help employees work according to their most productive time. Third, companies can use simple task management tools to monitor workloads and distribute tasks more finely. Finally, companies can develop physical and mental health programs to support employees in the long term. This proactive approach makes the framework more realistic and easily to organize to apply. To conclude this meeting, our group believes that the pitching video successfully discussed a real and important workplace issue, poor work-life balance, and unhealthy work culture. The proposed solutions are meaningful because they cover different areas of workplace wellness, including flexible time management and mental health support, physical health, fine work-life distribution, and proper research. However, after evaluating the strengths, weakness, and flexibility of each solution, we believe that no single solution is strong enough to its own. Each solution is useful, but each also has limitations. Therefore, our final recommendation is the Healthy Workplace Wellness Framework. This framework does not reduce company performance. Instead, it helps employees working in a healthy way. It also encourages company to manage their work more wisely. We are not saying productive is unimportant. We also say that productive should not come at the cost of employees' health. Healthy employees are more likely to stay motivated, perform well, and distributed to long-term success. In conclusion, workplace wellness should benefit all employees and organizations. A healthy workplace can reduce burnout, improve the performance, strengthen teamwork, and create a more positive work environment. Okay, thank you all for your valuable contributions. The meeting is now adjourned.